Hey everybody, CamiBaker.com here. Got on my fabulous, fierce, and on fire t-shirt that I had made. By the way, ladies, if you like the shirt, I got them in pink and black. I got a whole bunch of them. Let me know. So, I want to talk to you guys today about lead generation and sales in a way that you haven't thought about this. And this comes from working with a friend of mine, Tracy Thompson. She and I are friends from a group that we've both belonged to for a couple of years, and we've decided to partner up on some things. And we've come to realize that what I do is lead generation, and what she does is teaching people how to sell. Now, that's how the old paradigm is. The old wording, the words that maybe you recognize, the words that we hear and we say, oh, I need to generate leads, lead generation, ding, ding, ding. But it sounds kind of slimy, like lead generation sounds boring, sounds numbery. To me, it sounds, I don't know, kind of snaky. And then sales, let's face it, just the word sales makes most of our hearts cringe and go pitter patter because we don't want to be salespeople. But those are the words that we know. We understand what lead generation is and we understand what sales are. And here's the thing, when I'm talking about net webbing, when I talk about networking, when I say that networking is a waste of time because you're doing random activity, and net webbing leverages your time because you are doing planned strategy. Good morning, Lisa. That sounds all well and great, but what the hell does it mean, Cami? You know, you're teaching us how to network. I don't like to network. I'm on the internet. I do my lead generation on the internet. How does this help me? So I've got all these fancy ways of saying it, but people don't understand what I do is generate leads, like from a really conscious conversation, even here on Facebook. And I can give you a couple of examples of what I mean by that. But basically, what I do is lead generate. I'll give you an example. I just got a friend request today. This one, guys, this is gold. This is gold. Get your pen out and make a decision to start lead generating today. If you're wanting to do it online and do it on Facebook and all these things because you're too afraid to go out to a live event, or you don't want to, or you don't have time, or you don't think you're good at it. I had a person today send me a friend request. Now we get those all the time, don't we? And we'll click yes, or we'll click no, or we'll ignore it. And that's how we build our friend list. How about if we actually took a moment and looked at their profile? And what if when we looked at their profile, we actually noticed something about that person that we can make a comment on? And what if instead of just accepting their friend request and going about our day and saying, hey, I've got a new friend. No, you don't. You've got another stranger on your Facebook account. Who cares? Here's how you lead generate. On your friend request, when you've got a friend, you know that you can send them a voice message, right? You can send them a little recorded voice message, no more than 60 seconds. So this doesn't take very long. And as a matter of fact, mine take about 31 seconds. And here's what it sounded like. His name, I'll just call him Bill. So it sounded like this. I hold the button down on my phone and I leave a message and it says, hi, Bill, Cami Baker here. Thank you for sending me the friend request. Just being friendly, you know, as the author of Mingle to Millions, the art and science of building business relationships and mastering referrals, I would be remiss if I just hit the request button without being friendly and actually friending you back, being friendly. So I see that you live in my area. I see that you are a coach too. I love to talk to other like-minded people. I'd love to hear more about your story. Feel free to reach out. Let's have a conversate. So guess what? That took about 31 seconds. And within about 5 minutes, that gentleman reached back out to me. He left a voice message. Now, when I do this, think about it. You're driving somewhere, you're sitting in a parking lot, you're waiting on an appointment, you got 5 minutes before you go into your networking event or whatever you're doing. You could leave 8 to 10 of these a day if you really wanted to. And believe you me, not all of them are gonna respond. So don't think all of a sudden you're gonna have a ton of leads and Cami, I don't have time for that. No, this is about leveraging our time. Not everybody will, just the right people will. So he not only reaches back out, but instead of sending me a message, he messages me back in the same way. Hey, Cami, thank you so much for your voicemail. That was so sweet of you. Yes, I am a coach, and I've only been a coach for 5 months, and I've already got 37 clients, and I'm really overwhelmed. And I don't know if you noticed or not, but I'm also a second grade school teacher, and I've got a wife and kids, and I'm real excited about my business, but I'm also really overwhelmed. Whew, maybe we can get on the phone and talk. I'd love to exchange some ideas. Ding, 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 ding. Match, match, match. Yay! Lead generation, friendship making, communicate, conversate, collaborate to create income, influence, impact. Yay! So I talk about that stuff all the time, but it's not landing on everyone's ears. So I'm the lead generator. I help people learn how to do what I just talked about. I have templates. For emails and voicemails and things like that. So if you need to lead generate, I'm your gal. Now, if you need to sell, I'm not your gal. I'm not the sales coach. So Tracy Thompson, conscious conversations that convert, conscious conversion, conscious conversations that are conscious and convert, that type of thing. She and I had a session last night, and oh my dear God, my mind is blown. I'm 48 years old. I've been in sales. I've been a networker, relationship builder, lead generator for 30 years. And this woman blew my mind the way that she helped me to understand what I've been doing wrong. Like there's been this huge disconnect in how I was approaching things and how I felt, just all of it. But I got really clear that it's not about sales, it's about having a conscious conversation with another human being and being present and listening for certain things and being able to say certain things, not in a way that's salesy or scripted or manipulative or any of that weird salesy stuff, but from the perspective of one human being conversating with another human being, leading to a collaboration that is a win-win and to the highest and best good of both. Tracy is a master at that. Holy moly, am I blown away by that. So this Facebook Live is 2 or 3 or 4 or 5-fold. Number one, lead generating. You know what that means. Sales, you know what that means. What I do and what she does are those things, but those are the old-fashioned words. It's the old-fashioned mindset. It's the old-fashioned who's your target and who you going after today, and are you prospecting, and are you making enough sales? And it's just not who we are, and that's why we don't explain it that way. But if that's what you need to hear, if you need more leads, talk to me. If you got a ton of leads, but you're not converting, talk to Tracy. If you know how to convert and you know how to sell, but you ain't got nobody to sell to, call me, right? So the other thing about this Facebook Live is we were also talking about how it is so important to give a referral and to ask for referrals. So I'm giving a huge shout out to Tracy because our conscious conversation last night blew my mind. I'm still like reeling over all the people, not all the people that I wasn't able to sell, all the people that I haven't been able to serve. There are a lot of people, dozens, hundreds, maybe thousands or tens of thousands in one aspect or another that I haven't been able to serve at a high level because my mouth was so busy verbally vomiting and trying to prove something and show how smart I am that I robbed them of the opportunity of actually learning how to build a net web and lead generate. I've been robbing people of that with my own mouth. So Tracy helped me with that. So we were also talking today in a follow-up conversation about how important it is for us to give referrals to one another and ask for referrals. So she asked me, she said, Cami, this is your specialty. She said, do you have a template of how, she says, I've got a lot of people that want to send me referrals, but they don't really know what to say. They don't know how to refer me. And it has dawned on me in the last few months that that's very, very common. That people don't, like, you'll say, oh, I know this guy named Bob. Yeah, you guys should work together. I'll have him call you. Guys, that's sweet. Bob's never going to call. He's never going to call. If you really want to put people together, I have a template for that. I have a template for what the email looks like so that you can actually put those two people together. And when you put those two people together, I want you to think about this. This is triple fold as well. When you say something really nice about Bob and you say something really nice about Cami in an email and you put it up and let them have at it and they can contact each other, whoever reaches out to whoever first, and you let go of it, Bob knows how you feel about him. Cami knows how you feel about her. That's a double, hey, that's nice. It's nice to be thought of. It's nice that I heard that I know these nice things about me that this person thinks. And the law of reciprocity says when you do something nice for someone, they naturally want to reciprocate and do things nice to and for you. And so there's so much going on in giving and receiving, conscious conversations that convert, net webbing, because networking wastes time, but net webbing leverages time. Lead generation, guys, sales, same thing that we're talking about. We're just talking about doing it from a heart-centered, leadership, visionary, people helping people, collaboration, yummy, good juju, not slimy, dirty, gross, like the old 80s sales systems and prospecting lead generation. And believe me, if there's a class in it or a book on it, I've taken it. Tracy told me today she's got 3 decades of taking all that stuff too, which is why we now that we've woke up and are aware that we don't want to be lead generating and pushy salespeople, that we actually have taken these 3 decades each and been able to morph that into something that is just two human beings having a conversation, exchanging a little energy, a little bit of eye contact, or on the phone, a little bit of time together, and getting to know one another and seeing if there's any collaborative juju there. It is such a different way of lead generating and sales. There's no way to explain it or express it in just one Facebook Live. But what I will share with you is if you want to lead generate in a heart-centered, visionary, thought leader, human being, bridging the humanity gap sort of way, I'm your gal. If you want to do all of those yummy good things when you're in the sales process and stop selling to people, she's your gal. Because there is a whole new energy on the planet of people who don't want to lead generate and they don't want to sell, but they do want to build business and they do want to make money and they do want to share the wealth and they do want to do good things and they do want to do fundraisers and they do want to have events and they do want to contribute their time and their resources and their relationships and their revenue and all that. but they're not making the resources and the relationships and the revenue because they're so afraid of lead generation and sales. It's like, whoa, well, there's a huge disconnect, right? So let's lead generate, let's sell, if that's the words that you know, but let's do it from a conscious place so that we all feel great about it. And there's just a whole bunch of resources that are floating around back and forth to one another. Resources, relationships, and revenue. I'll give you one more example of how this works in net webbing, and then I'm going to go because I got a call to get on, do some collaboration. Oh gosh, I got a ton of examples. Tracy was sharing with me that people just flat out don't understand what I do because they think networking as being a face to face